What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ajen back again for another Alchemy Stars video, and welcome to my very first episode of What If Tourdog Hires Me. Yes, this is a new series here in my channel that I've been thinking about for the past few days. And the question is, what if Tourdog hires me? So in this type of content, I will be sharing with you guys my thoughts in the game, my feedbacks, and my suggestions on how to improve the game, or some of the game developments that I really wanted to be implemented in the game. So what if Tourdog hires me as a game consultant? Come on, Tourdog, if you are watching me, it might be worth it to hire me as a game consultant. Yes. So my very first proposition, if I were to be a game consultant for Tourdog, is that to promote a developer's notes every month. Having good communication with your player base is always a plus and always a good thing. Even though there's some minor developments or some future updates, it's still a good thing to communicate to your player base. That is one of the things that I will push through Tourdog if they will hire me as a gaming consultant. That is just a minor one. But here in this episode 1, I've been thinking about this kind of game mode. Yes. So if Tourdog hires me as a gaming consultant, I will advise them to implement this game idea, this game mechanics that I've had in my mind way back. Way back when there was a focus group introduced, but sadly I was not chosen to be part of that group, so I was not able to present this idea of mine. So here I will just be making my own what they call this one, my own episode for this one, my own video for this one. So this idea of mine is a new game mode that I wanted to be implemented in the game, which is another type of Spire Dungeon, but with a twist. So if we take a look at the Spire Dungeon, we have 4 types of Spire Dungeon. These are elemental Spire Dungeon: the Frost, the Molten, the Emerald, and the Thunderbolt Spire. What I want to promote if Tourdog hires me as a gaming consultant is that we should have a faction Spire Dungeon. Imagine, guys, a Spire Dungeon that caters to every faction in the game. How many factions does we have? We have the Illumina, we have the Lumopolis, we have the Rediesel Range, the Umbraton, the who else? There's a lot of factions in this game, and maybe Tourdog can develop something like a Spire Dungeon for the faction, for every faction. For those faction dungeon, you can only use the faction on that the unit that belongs to that faction. For example, in the Rediesel Range dungeon, you can only use Rediesel units in that dungeon, which is kind of a pretty good idea, right? Because team building will be a lot more dynamic and have some varieties for that one. For example, here, let's filter out Lumopolis. So these are the units for Lumopolis. We have different types of varieties here. We can build a rainbow team, or maybe a dual team. Like we can build fire and water, or thunder and forest, something like that. Because it will be hard for team building, because especially the tile converters are pretty dedicated to their element color, which is the core of the in-team building. But I believe this one can get through if Tourdog will release some form of rainbow units, or maybe something like a resetter. If this kind of game mode gets implemented into the game, tile resetter will be pretty good, because tile resetter can reset all tiles, right? So Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel, and then who's the other one? There's no other one. Those units will be very, very good. So for example, this is a Lumopolis faction. This one is pretty powerful because of Schwartz. Schwartz has a equipment that boost his attack depending on the number of Lumopolis on the team, right? This type of units are pretty damn good. Do you guys like this idea of mine? A faction na Spire Dungeon. Imagine how many factions we have. We have 7. 7 factions or 7 100 floor Spire Dungeon again. That should be one of the end game also. And it will encourage the players to summon more units because you will be needing a lot of units, good units, to perform on that kind of Spire dungeon, the faction dungeon. This is something like a Pandora box mode, but it goes way higher that one. I made some plus ultra for this one because the Pandora box mode is pretty good in practice, but it is very limited to only 2 chapters. But with this one, if we implement this one, I believe players will have more enthusiasm into building up their roster. Because as of now, with the games is very easy. You only need to build a team for every element. So how many is that one? You only need to build 20 units. 20 units. 5 per each element that can clear most of the content. There's really no rush for the players to, and there's really no benefits for players to raise a lot of units. But if we have this kind of faction dungeon, then players will probably raise a lot of units and will play, and a lot of the units will see some play. Especially the low rarity units like the 3-star and the 4-star, they will get some action play. Because the sad thing about this in this game is that once you've gotten a lot of 6 stars, most of the 5 stars and the 4 stars and 3 stars will not see some play. It's the fact, guys. Unless the 5 stars are a converter or something like a very good supporter unit or a DPS like Area. But without those kinds of quality for the 5-star and the 4 stars and the 3 stars, they will not see some play. That is the hard truth in this game. So I hope that Tourdog is watching my video. I hope they hire me as a gaming consultant. Anyway guys, did you enjoy this very first episode of What If Tourdog Hires Me? And that's it for me for today guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you could help me grow my channel more. And thank you to everyone who are supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, peace.